Welcome to the O Brother Podcast with hosts Dan and Mike Smith, brothers from the same mother with different opinions on movies, TV, video games, and more, plus celebrity interviews. Get ready, get set. It's time for the O Brother Podcast. Welcome to the O Brother Podcast. I'm your host, Dan Smith. Alongside me, as always, my brother from the same mother, Mike Smith.
How's it going, Dan? It's Halloween time.
Good, man. It's October 24th, 2022 when you're getting this episode. And man, I've been waiting to do this episode all of Halloween Fest season, which actually, look what I pulled out.
Oh, wow.
I pulled out the old
Where'd
Halloween.
you get that?
This was the old Halloween edition Oh Brother mug. This was our old.
Wow.
Remember those guys?
Yeah,
Remember
yeah,
those guys?
yeah.
Some good looking guys.
Now they look like this. Or you can just
Right.
look on the screen, one or the other.
We'd probably rather be animated right about now, right? So, October 24th, like you said, Halloween season. And what better time to review Halloween Ends than right now? Everybody else has, I think, already got a review out on this film, but you haven't got the Oh Brother podcast review of this film, which is all that matters. Now, you're sporting the John Carpenter classic poster behind you, the 78 original. Yeah, the others, there you go.
In the first 4K.
That's right, which I have every single iteration behind me.
Way back, yeah.
Yeah, way back here. And I have the Michael Myers Funko Pop. I don't know. Can the guys zoom in? Is that pop? Let's see where the
No,
technology
they
zoom in.
can't. We'd have to do it.
I think they might be able to. We'll see. They, like the FBI forensics, the way they can do that. So now look, we've done reviews on Halloween before. We did an episode on the entire franchise in the past. You remember that? And sort of covered.
Was it just Halloween?
It was just Halloween. And we basically spanned, we went, I think we did we focused in on 3 of the originals and then the zombie ones or something, because they were all about the same amount of time in between. We did the original, and then we did 4 and 5 together and whatever. But anyways, that's out on the website if you want to check that out. And for those of you not following us, the guys are going to put all that information up on the screen. So make sure that you check out the previous episodes. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our videos out there. We'd appreciate it, of course, if you do that. Show support. Get us on all podcast platforms. All right, so let's dive into this, because I've long been, a Halloween completist. Once I sort of got past the sting of Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, that's taken me years to sort of embrace that film for what it is. I do enjoy watching that film every year now, just for nostalgia purposes, and I don't go into it with any other expectations now other than what it is, right?
And just when you were getting over Halloween 3, Halloween 6.
You're right. The Curse of Michael Myers, right?
Yikes!
And that was there, and the Man in Black, and all. So a couple of stumbles along the way. The
Big
franchise.
stumbles. We are fans of this franchise, but recognize the flaws, and
right. This isn't Shakespeare, folks.
Right. This isn't Kubrick.
This is a testament. The fact that I have this on physical media,
right?
I moved away from that, but this is one that I have collected, religiously. So now this again, Halloween Kills, this was on Peacock streaming.
Correct. At the same time
in the theater, right?
I don't know why. I'm glad.
Yeah. Well, October 14th, it came out, right? Day before some guy's birthday that, shall remain nameless. I don't know who that is, but
don't know.
Yeah, it's not important. And so I went to the theater. I bought tickets for opening night. I bought 4 tickets for opening. That'll become relevant in just a couple minutes.
And so we're talking $60
more, closer to $70. Yeah.
Is that with refreshments?
No, that's just tickets. Just tickets.
Wow.
Yeah. So I know. And Mike's reaction, you want to tell him why that you're reacting like that?
Well, first we should kind of bring how we got here, just from the last 3 films.
Oh, yeah.
We were very excited when we got the news that Halloween was going to come back
Yeah.
and John Carpenter was going to be involved.
Mustafa Akkad legacy continues.
So we thought he was going to direct.
Mm-hmm.
Then, word came out we were getting 3 Halloweens. And John is in all, he's going to be involved.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one comes out in 2018. And we find out that they decide to forget everything that happened after Halloween 1
Right.
in 1978.
Yep.
And they basically, this was a sequel to 78 in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, it was a good movie. We liked it.
With one exception, the doctor role,
the stupid doctor role
that character plot line was just
that just went
horrible.
sideways for no
Horrible.
reason.
Right. Aside from that, solid.
Otherwise decent film.
Mm-hmm.
Then Halloween Kills gets delayed a year because of the pandemic.
Right.
So we got to wait an extra year. And what they did is basically get every living character that was, and some dead, because
that's right.
They brought back a couple that were
dead.
dead.
Donald Pleasance, for one.
Yeah. And my God, it was great. I loved the beginning of it.
Yeah.
But they killed every single, it was just like, kill everyone.
Oh, they killed. All right. Yeah.
Is she back? Kill her. Oh, right. Oh, she was in the 4th. Kill her.
Yeah.
It was just kill, kill, kill. And it was stupid. Right. It was terrible. So then we find out they're going to redeem themselves. Halloween ends because now Jason Blumhouse is in charge. And David Gordon Green, who directed the first 2,
still at the helm,
is going to complete the trilogy. So
always a good thing. Yeah.
So sure, he's probably going to make up for Halloween Kills.
Mm-hmm.
Halloween Ends was instantly like, what you talking about?
What you talking about, Will?
Because
what?
Well, they were pulling one over on us.
So you're getting okay. Wait a minute. You just fast forwarded right into going into the review now.
No, I didn't. I said because of the title, Halloween Ends, we were instantly skeptical.
Oh, I see. Right.
That it was going to end. Mm-hmm. You're not going to kill a cash cow that has become a greater cash cow.
That's right.
So that brings us to today and your trip to the theater for $80.
Right. That's right. Yeah. So Halloween Ends, and it sure did. In fact, it might be over.
He might really be dead this time.
David Gordon Green. Now, I want to preface this by saying I've not seen not one review in writing on YouTube anywhere that has had anything favorable to say about this film. Not one.
I purposely stayed away from them.
You should see the headlines. It's
okay. Cause all I did was look at how much money it made, and it made 76 million opening weekend internationally.
Yeah. And the numbers, that whole box office, it just goes to show you what a joke that is. And number one movie of the whatever that nonsense is, because this movie, let's just get it out there right now. This movie was complete trash. Absolute trash. It is unequivocally the worst Halloween movie in the entire franchise. And I'm including Season of the Witch in there because at least with Season of the Witch, they weren't pretending or creating any illusion that the star of the franchise, aside from Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode, is Michael Myers, the Shape.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he wasn't in this movie except for 15 minutes?
But
the third act.
Corey, whatever. What's his last name? Corey Cunningham? I think that's right.
Richie Cunningham? Yeah, I think that's right.
It was like Richie Cunningham.
Yes,
it was like bringing Richie Cunningham from Happy Days and putting him in a movie with Michael Myers and Laurie Strode and like calling it Halloween Ends.
Yeah, you're talking about Rohan Campbell is the kid that played that part. Now, I do want to say, Andi Matichak, who plays Allison, who was in the first two of this trilogy. You know, she's the other main
The
star, the
little
female
girl.
lead. Not the little girl, no.
Well, from the original.
No, 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 no. Andy
Oh,
Matichak
oh,
in
okay.
this
I'm
series.
sorry. I'm
That's
sorry. I know
Danielle
who you
Harris.
right.
Okay.
She's the grandchild of Laurie
Right.
Strode.
And you know, her and Rohan Campbell, I thought their acting performances were good. There was some decent acting, but this story was so pathetic, so horrible. Okay, so Michael Myers, hold on, I gotta go on
Mhm.
this rant.
Mhm.
It was like, what is this? The courtship of Michael Myers' father? You know, is this whole protege? People, let me tell you about my best friend. I'm like, what are they doing? I mean, first of all, I was irritated that he was not showing up, as I'm sure most people in the theater felt the same way, or watching on Peacock. Where is Michael Myers? Where's the music? Where's the tension? Now, I just watched the original Halloween again 2 nights ago. I'm not kidding. I still get this, like, these palpitations, and I feel it when I watch that film. And that film's how old? Over 30 years old now? 40 years old? You know, whatever it is.
78,
Right.
40.
That's right. So there was none of that with this. So they tried to play off this whole, evil can live inside anyone type of. I don't know what he was going for,
I
what your
don't
take
know.
was on it.
All I know is it's completely disconnected from the franchise in every way.
And just the first two of this trilogy, it's disconnected from.
I know. It didn't even complete like I know it was stupid when they killed
Greer.
Judy Greer at the end of the last one. It was like that made no sense.
Yeah.
That set up the nonsensical third act, which I
Mhm.
can't even call it a third act. It had nothing to do with the first two.
No, no. And again, I think you've got some good performances in just an absolutely horrible film. No, because if you think of, like, if you went back and kind of just evaluated it based on their performances and tried to forget the silliness around you, like, they did a good job, but I felt bad that they were stuck in this dreck of a film. And um
What were they thinking?
well, and Michael's weak now, so he's not even. I mean, this
Did
kid.
you notice
Again,
it
spoiler
changed?
spoiler alert, because we could care less about this one, but there's a scene where the two of them are fumbling around in the sewer where Michael lives, and, like, he's getting one over on Michael. This kid.
This kid, this teenager.
This Yeah. Like, since when has that ever happened? And look, I
And
don't
why?
need you
Why
to.
not kill the kid
You know,
instantly?
at
You
first,
drag him into a sewer and
I
just
know.
let him go?
And maybe in 2018, it was nice to see some references and callbacks to the original, franchise. I don't need the knife kill in the wall with the head tilt. Yeah, got it. Been there, done that. It's not nothing new, nothing original.
I remember, I think when we talked about all of the movies, we
Mhm.
said we can pick something out in each one of these movies. Like in H2O, it's when he was up in the thing and
He
he
raised, yeah,
lowered himself down and we were like,
with the
that's a
axe.
great shot.
It was nice.
I found nothing in this.
There was one, like, millisecond shot where the encounter between Laurie and Michael, and
In the kitchen?
she's got the butcher knife,
Mhm.
and there's a shot where you can see he's laying on the butcher block or whatever, and you can see his mask, his face, the reflection in the
Oh, in the
blade.
blade. I
That
missed
was
it.
kinda sweet.
I
But
missed it.
yeah, because it was, like, very quick.
I
So
was probably so disgusted. And they changed the kitchen scene even from the trailer.
right.
"Yeah, I'm gonna get you, mother effer."
That's true. There was no mother effer in
And
this.
that wasn't even bleeped out on Peacock when they were the trailer.
Oh, okay,
It was
interesting.
like,
Hmm,
mother effer. I was
yeah.
like, "Wow, that's weird."
Now,
And it wasn't even in the movie.
in 2018, no, I'm sorry, in Halloween Kills, I will say David Gordon Green, okay, they came up with a couple of new and fun, interesting kills, with, you know, the
girl.
yeah, but the fluorescent light bulb in the neck was
Right,
nice.
right,
And that
right.
woman's actually in Halloween Ends, by the way. She makes a cameo appearance at the end. Do you remember their wheel? She's in a wheelchair and they're wheel. You, it's to my mother. Or no, she's coming out of the grocery store.
Yes,
That's the
yes.
woman from
I didn't
that
even
was
know
married
that.
to Lenny Clark from
Didn't even know
Boston.
that. Didn't even know that.
But how about? But okay, the reason I brought that up is because in this one, the tongue on the record player,
Oh my God.
the tongue on the record player, folks.
Come on.
Really?
And where? Because I saw it come up in the credits. Music by John Carpenter.
I said to you earlier, where's the music?
Where was it?
Where's the music? None of it. I don't think was it even literally was it in it at all? I don't remember hearing it at all.
I don't remember it.
Maybe in the end credits, possibly.
This now, how about comparing it to 6? Because it's in to me, it's the same. It affected me the same way 6 did, where it was just disjointed.
Well, listen, at least they've since owned that, right?
Right.
The
And the
Accods have
producers
said
cut.
we don't even know what we were doing.
Right.
You know, this was all
And literally, if you watch the extras,
yeah.
they literally say that.
Yeah.
We don't know. We
We were actually
put,
trying to make up for the end of the 5th one. It was a whole
we
mess.
just put a guy
Yeah,
in black.
we apologize.
It wasn't. Yeah. I
But-
think it
but-
was. They were all like pointing fingers at each other. I think it was
Yes.
the directors
Yeah.
and the
And the
well,
director. I think it was a producer.
I think it was the writer.
Yes, right. It was he went that way. But the easy to me, the easy justification for that is Michael Myers was in that film.
Yeah.
He wasn't in this film.
Yeah.
And even when there was kills by Michael Myers in this film, it wasn't Michael Myers.
Yeah.
It was Corey Cunningham.
He killed more people than Michael Myers.
He sure did. He sure did. It was like, I don't know, the Jeffrey Dahmer story or something. But now, okay, there's literally, unless we now admit that Michael Myers is just some otherworldly being, even though, you know, we
Correct.
talked about supernatural in the past.
Correct.
There's no way you can bring this character back.
Correct. There's no,
right?
there's a different guy in the costume. There's no, you know what? In the 4K,
Mm.
I guess there was, you know, the scene how he had his head whacked off by her in one of the movies
When he's pinned against the
when and
the van goes off of the that was an H2O.
He changes into the
other ambulance
uniform.
driver or whatever.
Right.
Right.
I guess we're gonna see a little of that in the outtakes.
Oh,
But
you're serious?
yes.
Oh,
So that's coming back in these new iterations. I heard. I don't know, but because I haven't seen them yet.
you mean we're literally going to see that?
We're going to see him change the mask, take the guy's uniform off, put it on.
Oh, okay. New extras in this collection.
That's what I heard.
Which is real quick. Give a shout out to what that set is you're talking about.
It's the Scream Factory. They went and they did 1 through 8 in 4K, which leaves only Rob Zombie's not
to be in 4K.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was irritated. And now here's the wild thing. You'll find this interesting. So I went with my girlfriend and her 2 daughters, and they had never seen a Halloween film.
Oh my God.
Now she'd seen a few with me, like Rob Zombie, you know,
right.
maybe a little of the original or whatever, but not.
Oh, this is going to be, I'm interested in this.
Yeah, but she's not, and she's not really into horror movies. You know, she's typically one of these type, you know. She wasn't phased, no jump scares, nothing. The credits roll, and we look over, we're like, how'd you guys like the film? I thought it was really good.
Wow.
I was like, whoa, it just goes to show you.
Yeah.
It just goes to show you. So now maybe for them being younger, maybe there was more with the relationship between Andi Matichak,
the young couple,
and law. It's maybe something with that. You know, he's the brooding, you know, wayward kid, you know, type of thing. The James Dean sort of character.
And they have no frame of reference for
No,
how
no.
off the track
But then you get
this
like,
one
I sit there, go,
was.
oh no, 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 wait a minute though. If you thought this was good, now you need to see the other 10.
Yeah, right.
Or
Right.
12 actually. Now this makes 13 now. This is the 13th if you include Rob Zombie in that.
The 14th, if you count the producer's cut, because
No,
those are two different movies.
but it's the same movie. You know what I mean? It's the same. It's 6.
Yeah, but it
No,
really isn't.
I know, but it's 6. Let's not go down that rabbit hole.
All right.
Let's not try to rewrite history.
Well, the
So
bottom line is this is just a horrible.
it's horrible, and it is officially rotten, folks. It's 40% from the critics.
I
I
can't
know
believe it got
it's being
40%.
generous, yeah, and 57% from the audience.
What?
What exactly?
Who's liking
There's
this?
no way, folks. This is absolute garbage. I'm offended. Now, the only upside is that this hopefully is the last David Gordon Green helmed Halloween
Yeah,
film
well, it will be.
that we're going to get. And please, what I would love, here's a perfect opportunity. Bring Rob Zombie back. Let's pick up where his second one ends and continue it from there. They'll
That's
never
not gonna,
do that. They'll
no,
never
that's
do it.
not going to happen.
He wouldn't even agree to it,
No,
but
he didn't want to do 2.
no.
And I think the truck with all the money in it finally got so filled.
Well, now
But
if you want to see a good Halloween movie, go see The Accursed from Kevin Lewis. If you didn't see our interview with Kevin and the cast of The Accursed, that just came out too. And
at
wow, is that
least
a bad
there's a
movie?
story there and
Absolutely.
something to be afraid of.
But to not, it's a crime in this movie franchise to not feature Michael Myers throughout the film. It's just a crime. It's a sin.
I think that Rotten Tomatoes is because, like the 2 girls you went with, I
Well,
think they just have no reference.
what do you think the Metascore is?
I
What do you think it should be?
I think it should be in the 20s.
47?
Wow.
So something's off there.
Yeah,
Something's
something's
way
not
off.
right. Either we're missing something,
We're not.
or
We're
now
not.
I'm gonna have to read a couple of these and
No.
see.
We're I mean, I'm speak for myself. I'm too much of a student of this franchise. You didn't miss anything. Stay away from this film. It's total garbage. Now, here's the question, Mike.
Yeah.
And I think I know what your answer is going to be. Do we have to get this on physical media?
You know what my answer is.
It's a yes.
I already have it ordered.
That's even better. Well, okay, let me add to that. I looked the other day and it wasn't up for pre-order. So I was looking to pre-order it. I couldn't find it.
It's on Best
Okay.
Buy.
All right.
You can get the steel book.
4K.
Yep.
You got not only did you get it, but you got you got 2 and you got the premiere package. Would you get 2? One to open, one not to open?
Well, the steel book is like the collector's thing.
Oh, okay. Not 2 steel books. You got
No.
Okay.
I got steel book, and then the other one's for me
Now,
to watch
folks.
again. I don't know why.
Question mark? Yeah, this is. You know what's weird? This is a weird. Oh, did you pick up on Nick Castle, the great Nick Castle, who was the original Shape in Halloween? Did you pick up on his cameo in this?
When he sat up, right?
No. He played a whole different character in this.
Oh
film.
no! But I think he did a Michael Myers thing.
No,
too.
I don't think so in this one. But did you know in the bar, the flasher at the party, the older guy that like opened his coat and I forget what he was. I don't know if his guts hanging out or what the costume was. But literally the credit, it's credited as the flasher, and that's Nick Castle.
I'll have to go back because
you didn't make it through the credits.
Yeah, and I don't even remember the flasher.
As you like to say, this was so bad I walked out of my own room, you know.
Yeah, it was so bad I walked out of the film and I was on a plane.
Right. This is one of those. I can't find anything redeeming to say about it. I was watching an interview before we got online between Andy and Rohan, and just seeing this guy interview them with these softballs and not, it just
What are you talking about?
it was an interview I was watching with Andi Matichak and
Oh,
Rohan Campbell, and it was,
and were they
how do you?
like,
He's
"Yeah,
like, oh,
it's
I just
really
saw. The
good."
guy was like, I just saw it yesterday. Wow, this is a wild ride. Like he sort of commented on it without saying that it was
Right,
garbage.
we've done that
You know,
before.
it's yeah, we did that with the last Halloween.
Um,
So, all right, so you already have it on pre-order. Well, I mean, I'm not going to knock you for that because I'm going to get it too. So,
right. I mean, if I bought 6
yeah,
before the producer's cut.
right. But now, again, where do we go from here? It has to be some new reimagining of this
I don't
character.
know. I think they'll go back to, well, I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. I like my idea. Again, I know it's in a dream world, but I think
Yeah,
that's,
no, he's
you
not
know,
coming back.
because the Myers in this was trash too. It's bring Tyler Maine back. All
But
6 foot
this is
11
the
of them.
guy, at least he was consistently in all 3,
Yeah.
but that he
Yeah.
wasn't really in this one.
Just when you thought you couldn't make the doctor character in Halloween Kills look any worse, or no, I'm sorry, Halloween 2018.
Mhm.
This is starting to make that look not quite as horrible now.
And the new sheriff bracket, and I should know the actor's name off the top of my head, it's Scott something.
No, Will Patton.
Will Patton.
Yeah, the
I
great
should have
Will
known that
Patton.
off the top of my head.
That was a weird. I don't know. They could have done more with that,
Like,
if anything.
they were trying to build a relationship between him and Lori, and
Yeah, which
they just
okay,
dropped it.
they did. They just dropped it, and
Yeah,
yeah, it didn't go anywhere.
let's flirt in the, supermarket, and then you get out of the movie.
Yeah, and I felt like, this was reminiscent of, if you think of Scout Taylor Compton's performance in zombies films.
Mhm,
You remember how she's in therapy, like she's real messed up. She's going to therapy over
mhm.
it in the second one. And was it Margot Kidder was her
That's
therapist?
right,
Actually
that's
did a
right,
great, it was a great performance by her.
that's right.
She it, the Andy's character of Allison in this one, it kind of had that vibe to it. Like they were trying to go down this, she was somehow working through her trauma
But
by
but,
engaging in this relationship that obviously turned out to be not healthy
right,
for
and
her.
Lori is completely over her trauma
Yeah,
from
what's with that?
2018.
What's with that too? It opens with now this is 4 years after
4
Halloween Kills.
years, right, we forgot to bring
And
that up.
Laurie is now back to her bookworm self, and she's,
Mhm.
writing her
She's writing the
memoirs.
book of her life.
Right. And then, cut to act 2, and she's like in a chair rocking back and forth like the badass
Right.
from 2018. I don't think they knew what the hell they wanted to do with her character either. It was just all over the place,
This was junk.
But where was the Michael Myers? Literally, there was no stalking. He wasn't walking through the streets. He
There
wasn't.
was no,
Wow, that was
there
really bad.
I know. Well,
Guys,
I
can
don't
you
know.
maybe
Yeah, give
dub
me a
in some
give
music?
me the real thing.
Give me the real. Put a knife in Mike's hands, possibly.
Um, um, what was I gonna say? Oh,
I don't know.
the
This.
music. There was one, like, really quick montage of, like, the history of Laurie, really quick.
That's right. There
Why
was.
didn't we see more of that?
Yeah, you're
But it
right. This
was
is.
literally 30 seconds,
They
right?
needed to go back to the originals a little bit more with this, pay homage, but I don't know. It's just there's
Like,
nothing
even Halloween
redeeming here.
Kills, they brought they paid homage to each movie. They brought the masks back from 3.
I can't. Yes, that's right. I can't remember. When's the last time you can remember a trilogy that just got progressively worse? Now, some people would argue probably the Star Wars sequel trilogy, but I mean, think of how much worse they got as they went along. Like 2018, like you said, pretty solid, other than that one storyline with the doctor.
Mhm.
Halloween Kills, other than opening was fantastic. But
Right.
it was all a callback to 78.
Right.
He was just recreating 78, things we didn't see that were happening
Right.
in 78, which was
And
brilliant.
I thought it was real footage from
I know, it
78.
was
That's how
brilliant.
good it
And
was.
then that became garbage. Once
Right.
Anthony Michael Hall, sorry, Anthony, but once he entered into the
Yeah.
frame, that one was toast. Oh, but there were some redeeming scenes with Michael, and you always like the one up in the bedroom where he comes up behind them. I think I'm still confusing 2018, but this had nothing, nothing. So there you go, folks. Halloween
Yeah.
ends, and I think the
Happy
franchise ended.
Happy
Happy
Halloween. I know.
Halloween. Yeah.
I was gonna be like, we need to rename this. Halloween should have ended.
Yeah.
Halloween sucks.
Yeah.
Um,
End Halloween,
yeah,
please.
that would be better. End Halloween.
End Halloween. Yeah.
But it's a cash cow in 2 years, maybe
Exactly.
3, because they gotta
Yeah.
reimagine it.
Yeah. Malak Akkad is still involved. So as long as that name is associated with it,
We're
it's
gonna
not
see
it's
another.
not going away. But
Right.
he's got to learn from this. This is garbage.
A
When we're done, you got to go look at these other reviews and things that you've seen.
and
It's
for people who don't
wow.
know, in the contract of Halloween, anyone who buys the rights to like right now, the rights are available.
Hmm.
Me and you could buy the rights, dip into our savings, buy the rights to the next Halloween and
Hmm.
make our vision of it. But
Right. Right.
the one thing we can't do is we can't kill Michael.
Right.
Now, this one, which I started at the beginning, they called it Halloween Ends. It was like, wait, we know
Hmm.
that's not true.
Exactly. Sir, please.
Yeah,
Yeah,
please.
please.
You know,
Yeah, I mean, it's me.
yeah,
It's me. Yeah.
come on.
Well, all right. Listen, nothing more to say there, but
No,
I had to get that
done
out. I
and
feel a little
done.
bit cleansed
Yeah,
now, but
a little better.
I want my money back. I want my $70
I
back.
was waiting for you to actually come up with some redeeming thing.
No, good luck with that. Yeah, no.
So,
I don't know what you thought that was going to be, but
yeah, I don't know. Well, I assumed you hated this as much as
I
me.
did say a couple of positive things about it actually, but but that was more specific to the actors in the film. So,
Yeah.
but I am glad.
And like Kevin Lewis said, nobody goes out to make a terrible film, right? And there's a lot of people involved and a lot of jobs involved. So
Sure.
when we come up and we say, "Oh, this is garbage," that affects a lot of people, but you know,
It does, but
we can't lie.
no, but I mean, when you stray that far from the formula, like
Yeah.
have you learned nothing from some of those other missteps in the Halloween franchise? Like, give the people what they want. They want Michael Myers in the overalls with the mask in a butcher knife killing people in the neighborhood. That's
Yep.
how do
Is
you
it that
screw that up?
tough? Is it that
Right.
tough?
It's not that difficult, folks, but
Wow.
here you go. Here's an example of how you can mess that up. So, well, listen, I'll be right back in the theater when the next one comes out, whatever, Halloween Reborn, maybe. I don't know.
I
Halloween
mean,
Begins Again. What the
yeah,
hell's it going to be called?
Halloween one more
Yeah,
time?
Halloween. We're sorry. I don't know.
I
All
I
right.
don't know. I don't know where they go. I don't know what they do. I think it's gonna be like a pretty good wait. I mean, they made a ton of money off these
Maybe
3.
we'll see. There may be someone clamoring. Say, look, I get me at. Let me add it.
Well,
Let me
that's
fix
what
this.
David Gordon Green
And
and
he's Danny McBride,
Danny
and yeah,
McBride did.
they started out that way, but
Right.
you
But
know,
they clearly, like I remember interviews with Jamie Lee Curtis saying, "Oh, they have an idea for this trilogy." They did not.
it makes me wonder because I have to go back and look. I don't know that Danny McBride was involved in this one at
He
all.
was.
Oh,
He
was
was.
he?
Yeah, his name's in there.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
All right. No guilt
Like
by
an
association.
executive producer thing.
Listen, don't be tricked. This is no treat, folks. But there you go. There's the review on Halloween Ends from the Oh Brother
This is
podcast.
the apple with the razor blade in it.
Yes, it is. That candy you see wrapped up in that napkin from the Thompsons, don't take it.
Yeah. Yeah, just don't do it.
All right, folks, that's going to do it for another episode of the Yo Brother podcast. I've been your host, Dan Smith. Alongside me, as always, my brother from the same mother, Mike Smith. And we will see you next time.
It was the Murrays, not the Thompsons.
The Murrays,
wasn't
thank you.
Bye, everyone.